Welcome to Memory Chest. Today, we'll take you on a journey through history, exploring the 10 deadliest battles ever fought and their lasting impact on the people and places involved. Sit back, relax as we dive into the annals of history. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Let's begin. The Battle of Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943. Our first battle takes us to Stalingrad, a city that witnessed one of the most brutal and iconic battles of World War II. From August 1942 to February 1943, the Battle of Stalingrad claimed the lives of nearly 2 million people. The German Sixth Army, under the command of General Friedrich von Paulus, was mandated to capture this strategically important city, in the quest to destroy what is left of the Soviet army and ultimately capture the Caucasus oil fields. The city, now known as Volgograd, still bears the scars of this ferocious conflict. Its landscape is a testament to the resilience of the Russian people who endured unimaginable suffering during the siege. The Battle of Gettysburg, 1863. Next, we travel to the United States during the American Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg, fought in July 1863, saw over 50,000 casualties in just 3 days of intense fighting. The Confederates led by General Robert E. Lee suffered a great loss at the hands of the Union Army led by Major General George Meade, which dashed their hopes of becoming an independent nation. Gettysburg National Military Park, located in Pennsylvania, serves as a somber reminder of this turning point in American history. The hallowed ground, dotted with monuments and memorials, stands as a testament to the sacrifices made by both Union and Confederate soldiers. The Battle of Verdun, 1916. In the heart of Europe, the Battle of Verdun raged for 10 long months in 1916 during World War I. This battle claimed the lives of hundreds of thousands on both sides. The German Fifth Army planned and launched an offensive at fortified region of Verdun and the French Second Army on the east bank of the Meuse. During this battle, new weapons were introduced and notably was the phosgene gas, which was used in large scale by the Germans at Verdun. After many years, tons of unexploded munitions are still being harvested from the soil around Verdun annually. Today, Verdun, in northeastern France, is a place of reflection and remembrance. The Douaumont ossuary, a massive memorial, holds the remains of many unidentified soldiers, and the surrounding area is a poignant reminder of the horrors of war. The Battle of Leningrad, 1941 to 1944. Our next stop is Leningrad, now known as St. Petersburg, Russia. The 900-day siege from 1941 to 1944 resulted in the deaths of over 1 million people. The German siege on the city of Leningrad resulted to loss of about 650,000 Leningrader lives, mainly due to starvation, cold, disease and artillery shelling. A successful offensive by the Soviet forces January 1944 drove the German army to the city outskirts, ending the prolonged military blockade. Today, St. Petersburg has risen from the ashes, preserving its rich history and culture. The city's Hermitage Museum, often called the Louvre of Russia, is a symbol of its enduring spirit. The Battle of the Somme, 1916. Moving to the Western Front of World War I, the Battle of the Somme in 1916 saw over 1 million casualties on both sides. In this battle, the Allied forces, which is composed of the British and French armies, launched a frontal offensive against a well-established German army in the north of the Somme River in France. While there were major losses on both sides, the Germans suffered more as they were forced to retreat to Hindenburg Line in March 1917. The rolling fields of the Somme region in France remain as a testament to the sacrifices made during this battle. The serene landscape now stands in stark contrast to the violence that once unfolded on its soil. The Battle of Tours, 732 AD. Now, let's go back in time to the Battle of Tours in October 732. This was a significant battle between Frankish forces and an invading North African army, the Umayyad Caliphate, led by Abd al-Rahman al-Ghafiqi. Charles Martel's Frankish army clashed with the Umayyad Caliphate, preventing the further advance of the Muslim Empire into Europe. Details of the exact causalities are unclear from sources who survived the war, but it is largely believed that the Umayyads who had a large force suffered heavier losses. Al-Ghafiqi was killed in battle and Umayyads were ultimately forced to retreat. This battle was recorded to have taken place between the cities of Poitiers and Tours in northern Aquitaine in western France, and it marked a pivotal moment in European history, preserving the cultural and religious diversity of the continent. The Battle of Cani, 216 BC. Venturing into antiquity, we arrive at the Battle of Cani in 216 BC. This is a significant battle fought between the forces of Rome and the Carthage during the Second Punic War. According to military historians, the Carthage forces led by Hannibal recorded great tactical feat against the Roman army and ultimately inflicting the worst defeat ever known in Roman history. Here, Hannibal's brilliant tactics led to the destruction of a massive Roman army. Approximately 15,000 troops survived out of about 86,000 Roman and Allied forces who fought against the Carthaginians and their allies. Capua and other city-states in Italy defected to Carthage following this defeat. The small town of Cani, located in southeastern Italy, bears witness to this historic clash. The town, now a quiet agricultural community, holds echoes of its ancient past. The Battle of Lepanto, 1571. In the Mediterranean, the Battle of Lepanto in 1571 was seen as the turning point in the conflict between Christian Europe and the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman forces who were sailing westward from the naval base in Lepanto met the Holy League, a coalition of Catholic states put together by Pope Pius V at the Gulf of Patrikos, western Greece. The coalition, although victorious, suffered loss of about 7,500 soldiers, while on the side of the Turks 30,000 soldiers were killed and tens of thousands of Christian slaves were rescued. This was a major naval defeat for the Turks, who have not lost a battle since the 15th century. The impact of this naval battle can still be felt in the region today. Coastal areas along Greece and Italy are imbued with the rich history of this epic sea battle. The Battle of Leipzig, 1813. Known as the Battle of the Nations, the Battle of Leipzig in 1813 was a decisive moment in the Napoleonic Wars. This epic clash took place from October 16 to 19, 1813, near Leipzig, in what is now modern-day Germany. The battle occurred during the Sixth Coalition, an alliance of European nations including Russia, Prussia, Austria, and Sweden matched against the expansionist ambitions of France led by Napoleon Bonaparte. The battle consisted of 4 days of intense combat, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. An estimate of about 80 to 110,000 men were killed, wounded and missing in the course of this battle. The battle ended with Napoleon's retreat as his army was decisively defeated. This retreat marked the decline of his power and set the stage for the invasion of France in 1814. The Battle of Leipzig led to the liberation of German territories from French control and the weakening of Napoleon's grip on Europe. It was a significant step towards his eventual defeat and exile to the island of Elba. Today, Leipzig, Germany, reflects both its historical significance and its vibrant, modern culture. The city boasts a blend of old and new, where historic sites stand alongside a thriving arts and music scene. The Battle of the Bulge, 1944 to 1945. Our final destination is the Ardennes Forest in Belgium. The Battle of the Bulge, during the waning days of World War II, claimed the lives of tens of thousands. This battle occurred in the later stages of World War II when the Allied forces, primarily the United States and Great Britain, were advancing into Nazi-occupied Europe. It took place in the densely forested Ardennes region of Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. The Battle of the Bulge ended with an Allied victory. The Germans suffered heavy losses in terms of men, tanks, and equipment, and their offensive capabilities were severely diminished. An estimate of about 100,000 German soldiers were killed, wounded and captured, while the Allied forces lost 19,200 men, 47,500 wounded and 23,000 missing. The battle marked the last major German offensive on the Western Front. It hastened the decline of Nazi Germany's military power and the eventual end of World War II in Europe. The region still honors the memory of those who fought here. Bastogne, a town deeply intertwined with this battle, is home to museums and monuments that commemorate the bravery of the soldiers who faced the harsh winter conditions. Conclusion. These battles have left indelible marks on our world. While the scars of the past endure, many of the places affected have rebuilt and now stand as symbols of resilience and the human capacity to overcome adversity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history, and be sure to subscribe for more captivating stories.